The cellar was clearly dirty and cluttered, but suddenly a pristine woman emerged from within. To everyone's astonishment, not a speck of dust clung to her. Dressed in a beautiful ballet costume, she glided like a white swan and began to perform a ballet dance before the sheriff's eyes.
What?
At that moment, the sheriff froze in place, for the people around him saw nothing at all, and the cellar door hadn't even been opened. The sheriff felt that this small town was growing increasingly eerie. However, what he didn't know was that every time he saw this dancing woman, someone close to him would die shortly afterward. And each time the woman appeared, there was always a music box nearby. Once, the sheriff nearly suffocated to death in his sleep by the woman. Gradually, the music box began to affect those around him. They too encountered strange things in their dreams and nearly were killed by the monsters inside. Even Deputy Sheriff Kenny, after seeing the music box in his dream, was burned by boiling insects in a pot the next moment. But when he woke up, he realized it was just a nightmare. Strangely, there was a burn scar on his arm. But at that moment, the most devastating thing happened in the town. Because the music box appeared with its eerie melody, the townspeople were already facing a nightmare with the monsters at night. Now they couldn't sleep at all. Anyone who fell asleep and heard the music box's eerie sound in their dreams would be killed in the nightmare, and their bodies would explode in reality. The scene was exceptionally bloody and terrifying. As the situation escalated further, even if humans didn't sleep, they would be forcibly dragged into nightmares. Such a terrifying way of dying left the sheriff feeling utterly hopeless. At that moment, he desperately recalled the first time he had seen the music box, which had been in a strange castle. However, when the sheriff returned to the original location, he found that the castle had already turned into a pile of rubble. It had only been a month since he left, so how could it have undergone decades of change? Then the sheriff suddenly remembered the torch he had brought out from there. So, when he returned to the location with the torch and lit it, he found himself inside the castle. At that moment, he saw the music box's melody continuing to play, and the people from the small town, bound and trapped there, were screaming loudly. The sheriff bravely grabbed the torch and smashed it against the music box, intending to destroy it and stop it from spinning, perhaps saving the humans trapped in this nightmare.